Finally, everybody's most hyped up remakes, the Gen 4 Sinnoh remakes have finally been confirmed officially by the Pokemon Company, and we can all rest at peace. Now, they actually look pretty good, and in this video I'm going to go through my thoughts about it and talk a little bit about them, but we also got another reimagined Gen 4 system, going back to the feudal ages, the Legends of Arceus, going back to a whole new game coming out later next year, in the early half, okay? That's going to be really cool. It looks like it's really good. We're going to go into all of the details about these two games in this video. If you guys missed the direct, don't worry, the stream is up for you guys to just see the live reaction of it if you wish. And this is going to be more calculated thoughts and just feeding off the end. I'm literally coming out of the end of the stream, just having watched the direct, so we're going to go talking about all the things, my first thoughts about it. So first of all, guys, they do open with this little cutscene to skip us past Sun and Moon, going all the way back to 2007, when apparently they feel like they released Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, whenever they all came out, and they show us the little screen of the Game Boy game itself, but they really moved swiftly on to show us what the leaks already predicted. And the leaks predicted that we are going to be getting a remake of Diamond and Pearl in chibi style, okay, very similar to Let's Go. However, the gameplay is not the same as Let's Go, which I think many people are relieved about. You are able to actually fight against Pokemon and catch them the old-fashioned way, but this is what it looks like, and I love this style. I think this style looks really good. I played Link's Awakening, reimagined this style, and I loved that too, because Link's Awakening was my first Zelda all the way back when I was young. Here you can see that the battles are full swing. There's not really any harm to it. You're not going to be playing with a Pokeball Plus. You're going to be playing the full game. And there's the lake and all this, so all these memorable places that you guys will all know about. I really like this because I never really got to play through the game legit. We just saw a little bit of the underworld there, and actually that's something I want to talk about in a second. But the reason I'm going to go into this game with really an open heart, looking forward to it, is because, like I said, I never really played this game in massive detail. I recently played gameplay of it on YouTube, but not to massive depth. So as we can see, it's releasing late 2021. We do expect it to be out in November 2021. So this part here is the underground section. This is where there was an online feature, and I feel like the online here is going to be back again, and there might be a lot of things that would be very useful to do, like trading, battling, etc. This might be a nice place to do that, or even co-op. So they might add some new features still to the game, because they still have the ability to do that. I think this is a good opportunity. I know in the past it'll definitely look different to this on Game Boy, I gotta say, but it looks great now. I'm really happy with how this is looking and how it's going to turn out, I'm pretty sure. Having not played it in such great detail and depth, I missed a lot of things on the side. I also missed the online features like this. I didn't really do the side quests, I didn't really do the post-game and all that. I didn't really get to enjoy any of the online features when I played it recently on YouTube for the first time. So going into this game, it's going to feel like first time for me. I think that's a big step forward. Now, I know a lot of people seem to be complaining about the chibi style. I don't know why, because I don't think you should mind. You're getting your remakes after all, and I think it looks good either way. It's polished, it's easy for them to make, so that means it is polished. It does look polished. And that's going to be in contrast to the Legends of Arceus that we can look at in a second. As for the decks, it's very possible there's going to be quite a few additions to the whole National Dex collection that we did not get in Sword and Shield. I think this game will overlap nicely where we'll be able to fill that void, so a lot of people are going to be able to finally get the National Dex that they've been seeking. We'll have to see about that, see if there's any Pokemon still excluded or not. We also just saw a little quick glimpse of the PvP arena there, so it looks like it's a literal remake of Diamond and Pearl, just the way it was on Game Boy, with new looks and, well, we'll see about new features, okay? We'll have to wait and see. But of course, it's going to be on Nintendo Switch, which I think is great. So, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I know it seemed to be some sort of joke, like a fan-made box art thing back in the day. They did come up with names like this, and they were very good guesses, because it turns out Pokemon did choose to call them this. We now have new hashtags for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Pokemon Shining Pearl, and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel so you can keep on top of all the news, exploits, glitches, and whatever events we're going to be holding and giveaways for these games when they come out. There's also going to be, I'm pretty sure, plenty of leaks to come. So if you want to check those as soon as they go live, this is the channel for you. Okay, for the next one that they actually released was Arceus Legends, or Legends of Arceus, okay, which looks amazing. The concept is phenomenal, really great. They have some non-actual gameplay footage clips here that show us very nice, smooth things, which I wish the game did look like, but when we actually get into the gameplay, it definitely doesn't. And again, the leaks already came out with this, And we're going to have a little look at some of the leaks here, because there's some things they left unannounced in the official announcement. Here we have Piplup actually in the wild, so people were doubting that this was real and authentic from the leaks because of the starters just being found in the wild, but it turns out the starters you get in this game are random selections from different gens, not Gen 4. You are in Sinnoh in this. You are basically in the past in Sinnoh. And I don't know, the feudal Sinnoh, it doesn't really specify how far in the past, but of course this is Legends of Arceus, so this is quite a bit back, and there's possible of time travel, a bit of possibilities there. As you can see, the gameplay here looks incredible. Looks like something people made fan-mades on Unreal Engine or something like that. So you're out in the wild and you can catch Pokemon by running and freely throwing. There are no instances, there are seamless battles, and you can catch them and fight them like so. And it is turn-based. It does seem to be turn-based, but it is seamless. It's not opening up into a massive sort of arena. There's not like really Sword and Shield style at all here by the looks of it. And people did speculate that the mountain in the back, Mount Cornet, was Mount Death Mountain. Here's the starters, by the way. So yeah, you have a choice from a variety of different gens that are not Gen 4 here. Gen 2, Gen 7, and is that Gen 5 perhaps? Yeah, Gen 5, isn't it? Either way, guys, they are going to be available, so that's going to be pretty cool to choose from. I'm probably going to go with the Gen 7 one. I like the dual typings in the long run. It's a pretty strong Pokemon. Here we get a little clip of Arceus as well, and Arceus being the hero of this tile box legendary, as you can guess. So Arceus is one that's been big missing here in the Sword and Shield collection. Another addition possible to Pokemon Home. I highly anticipate this game to be connected to Pokemon Home. It wouldn't make sense for it not to be. And this is where we're going to be able to finish our national decks for 100% certainty. It's going to be this game, if anything, if not the remakes of the Diamond Pearl coming later this year, okay? So the fact that we're getting 2 Sinnohs over 1, it just shows how much Pokemon has been listening to all the hype on the internet for people for over the last few years. This is not the first rodeo, this is not the first time Sinnoh remakes were hyped up and all this, but this is the first time it got so hyped up that finally it's true. So now there's nothing to be hyped about anymore, except for obviously the news on these. And again, like I said, guys, I will be dropping all the news, exploits, leaks, and glitches, and giveaways for this game too. And I can't wait, guys. There's so much coming this year and next year already, because as we can expect in 2022 as well are also announcements for Gen 9. Gen 9 is about, I suppose, due to be hearing about that for next year in 2022. We are about due hearing that. So you guys need to stick around for that. You guys need to sub. 2022, early 2022 for this, meaning we will be running up to late 2022 for a possible release of actual Gen 9. If not, they're going to be changing the dates perhaps, because this course is breaking the mold. This is changing the, I suppose, formula. They don't usually do something like this with such a clearly a game that has a lot of work to go into it. They don't usually give this hands to the Game Freak and get them to make one of these without it being a mainline title, which is, this is the mainline title, okay? This is it. However, Game Freak are going to have to go quickly into Gen 9 after this if they're busy with this game. So we might start hearing announcements for Gen 9 in 2022, but it might come a little later than we expected. There might not be the 3-year gap or 4-year gap that we usually stick to. Things seem to be slowing down, as you probably noticed with Zelda Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild 2 is taking its merry time, so the gap is getting wider between game installments that people love because the games are getting ultimately more complex. This is way out of the comfort zone of Game Freak, and I think it's a great step in the right direction, even if the graphics do look a little rough around the edges. As you guys can see, it looks pretty rough. Hopefully they'll smoothen it out a little bit before it's finished. I don't think they will. However, I just got to get that feeling. But if they don't, guys, at least it's one giant leap towards the right direction. I think that's important for Game Freak to start doing that, to start hiring the talent that's able to handle this sort of thing, so that they can kind of try and catch up with big companies. Guys, final thoughts here is the websites have gone up and they kind of have the funky names for the, like this, 83047120.pokemon, which is interesting, you know, as a URL, but either way, they might fix that up later. This is the Diamond Pearl ones, and it comes with some information, nothing really new. It seems to confirm that it's an exact remake of what you'd expect, with the conveniences of modern Pokemon series, like possibly bringing your I suppose, PC in your bag, so you're able to access it anytime, similar to Sword and Shield, and probably things like the experience share applying to all of your party, something that wasn't the case back then, I pick. And other than that, guys, I think it's going to be pretty much the same. You got the same starters here. I'd probably pick Chimchar just because Fighting Fire seems to be the most useful, nice fast Pokemon to get in your team as well, very convenient. And the legendaries and possibly some other Pokemon are going to be split between the games. The legendaries are, depending on which game you choose, you're going to have to get one of the legendaries in the game, just like what you'd expect, guys. Coming down to the bottom, we do have Pokemon Legends Arceus, which here as well is got a funky URL, 901448006.pokemon.com, and it shows the ad we saw before, and it doesn't really give us any new information here either. It adds the details about sneaking up, so there seems to be some stealth in terms of catching your Pokemon here, and it doesn't appear that you have to battle, but you can. We've seen the battling already. So this is just Sinnoh from the days gone, right? These are ancient Sinnoh, basically. So I wonder what is different in this landscape here. I wonder what the villages are different like, and wonder what different Pokemon you find here. But obviously here we have Mount Coronet. The fact that we're going in the past as well, we do get a different variety of starters from different gens, which I find very intriguing. So these are all a variety of different gens here, not Gen 4. And we move down to Arceus, where it questions how big a role is Arceus going to play in your actual gameplay, in the story. Hopefully a big one. It'll be great to see Arceus play a major role, similar to, you know, what you'd expect for any of the big legendaries in any of the previous stories. One tiny little thing to go over before we actually end here is this as well. We do appear to have these things, flying, climbing and riding mounts in the game that was not announced, not unveiled today. So that's a new couple of features that we'll be able to look forward to in the near future. Alright guys, that's a wrap for today's thoughts on Diamond and Pearl remakes and on Legends of Arceus, so that's going to be really, really cool. I am excited for all of these. We're going to be so busy this year, next year, with all the sorts of different Pokemon games coming out. They're really breaking the mold here. There's got a lot of first-time entries into the sort of different genres for Pokemon, like the MOBA entry for Pokemon Unite, and now we're looking at this open world thing, which is a massive step in the right direction, guys, because you can damn sure that they're going to improve on that. So there's going to be a lot of news to cover, as well as the gameplay when we actually get them. Thanks everyone for watching though. Do consider dropping a subscribe and leaving a little licky like button on there as well. That would really help the video, and hopefully guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Whatever comes tomorrow, there might be more news, and thanks for watching and I'll see you then guys. Bye!